Our concern initially, and we expressed this to the Department of Homeland Security's command group in the very beginning, as sheriffs all along the border, was the fact that we were concerned that we were going to see a repeat of history that we've seen here before.
Sheriff Leon Wilmot says on average about 90 deputies cover the 5,500 square mile county. Any instance of crime falls on his office. The worst, he says, was in 2005-2006 when this border region was among the leaders in unlawful crossings.
So we would end up taking calls from Border Patrol because they would apprehend a group of 12 to 15. They had been victimized by the cartels or another criminal organization on the other side of the international boundary that would come across, rob them or rape them, and then run back into Mexico.
And then it falls on your department to investigate those crimes.
And that falls on your local law enforcement because the federal government does not do those cases.
Cases also involve migrant deaths. So far this summer, deputies have investigated 11. Last year's total was 16.
Towards the east, we were ending up with the deaths in the desert. And that ties up our resources because our federal government doesn't investigate those as well.
You recently had the opportunity to request National Guard to assist your department. What sort of things are they doing to help you?
What it has enabled us to do is allowed us to get our officers away from doing administrative responsibilities and get them out into the field more for a more high-profile presence.
Especially helpful given the increase in activity, Wilmot says. The terrain ranges from mountains to sand dunes and the riverbanks. Today, there are 50 guardsmen in Yuma helping deputies. They maintenance vehicles and help inside the county jail. Every troop means a deputy is back in the field. Outside of enforcement, Wilmot says illegal immigration impacts economics in this county of about $200,000.
If Border Patrol detects a group smuggling narcotics into the country, then they turn that over to DEA. DEA, in turn, runs prosecution through the U.S. Attorney's Office. We've seen in the past, and this was another concern that I had, was that the U.S. Attorney's Office would get to the point where they wouldn't charge these individuals because of one reason or another, and Border Patrol and DEA would be left with taking the narcotics and then repatriating the individuals with no consequence delivery. So at one time we had over 198, almost 200 backpackers in our jail, 0506 again, that the U.S. Attorney's Office would not charge for smuggling narcotics into the U.S. Each and every one of those was a 100% prosecutable case. We did it at the state level, but again, that cost was bore by the citizens of Yuma County and taxpayers.
If I'm an outsider and I'm listening to this and I don't know very much about Yuma County, it sounds like, based on the numbers, it could be a dangerous place in a community I'd want to avoid. Is that a fair statement?
No, with the fact that a lot of ours in our geographic area is more family unit crisis that we're dealing with down here. They're being moved now by ICE. We actually have an NGO here that's actually assisting them, and that's been set up. So they're actually doing the testing now through that non-governmental organization in Yuma. So Border Patrol has a place to go if HSI isn't able to pick them up.
But is it safe when it comes to quality of life in Yuma County for the average resident?
For some of our citizens, it has been rough in the very beginning because of them hiding in their backyards. The individuals that are coming in through our East Desert, we still get them, but we've been able to deploy more personnel out in the eastern part to be able to deter that. So it's helped our community with that part of it. How long we can sustain that is the biggest question.